Welcome to Factful Finance, where we break down the complexities of money, investment, and financial planning to help you make smarter choices. Here's a question for you. Did you know that more than half of millennials say they feel behind in saving for retirement? If you're in your 20s or 30s, you might be thinking, that's a long way off. But what if I told you that your financial mistakes now could seriously impact your future? Let's take a closer look at the financial mistakes to avoid in your 20s and 30s and how to get ahead. Before we dive in, just a quick disclaimer. This content is for educational purposes only. For personalized advice, it's always best to consult a financial professional. Now, let's get to it. Your 20s and 30s are some of the most pivotal years for setting yourself up financially. Here are the mistakes to steer clear of. Mistake number 1. Neglecting to build an emergency fund. Many young people underestimate the importance of an emergency fund, thinking it's something for later in life. But an unexpected expense like car repairs or medical bills can put a serious strain on your finances. Experts recommend setting aside 3 to 6 months' worth of expenses in a liquid, accessible account, like a savings account. For example, Sarah, 28, never thought about an emergency fund until her car broke down. With no savings to fall back on, she had to put it on credit, which led to debt and unnecessary interest payments. But after setting up an emergency fund, Sarah has peace of mind, knowing she's covered in case life throws her a curveball. Mistake number 2, failing to prioritize retirement savings. You might think retirement is so far away that saving for it isn't urgent. But here's the thing. Starting early makes all the difference. Let's say you start contributing just $200 a month to your 401k in your 20s. By the time you're 60, assuming a conservative 6% return, you'll have over $200,000. Wait until your 40s to start, and you'd have to contribute nearly double that amount to reach the same goal. Matt, a 31-year-old, didn't prioritize his 401k until a financial advisor pointed out that his employer's matching contributions were essentially free money. He started contributing enough to take full advantage of the match, which fast-tracked his retirement savings. Mistake number 3, not understanding credit. Credit is one of those things that can sneak up on you if you're not careful. A high credit score can save you money on everything from loans to car insurance. On the flip side, missing payments or carrying high credit card debt can cause long-term damage to your credit report. To keep your score healthy, always aim to pay your balances in full each month. Take Jake's experience. At 25, he had a credit card he barely used but missed a payment by mistake. That small slip led to a ding on his credit report, making it harder to secure a low-interest car loan. By the time he realized the impact, it was a slow, tedious process to repair his score. Mistake number 4, overspending on lifestyle. This is a big one. It's easy to fall into the trap of upgrading your lifestyle as soon as you get a raise or land a better job. While there's nothing wrong with treating yourself, you want to ensure that your spending doesn't outpace your income. Experts suggest following the 50-30-20 rule. 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for savings. Case in point, Mia, at 29, kept increasing her monthly spending as her salary grew. She moved into a more expensive apartment and bought a new car, leaving little room for savings. It wasn't until she realized she was living paycheck to paycheck that she started tracking her spending and found ways to cut back, freeing up more money for savings and investment. Mistake number 5, ignoring investment opportunities. Investing might sound daunting, but it's one of the best ways to build wealth over time. You don't need to be an expert to get started. Whether it's through low-cost index funds, stocks, or real estate, small investments can compound into significant returns. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow. For instance, Peter, who's 32, began investing in a diversified portfolio in his late 20s with a modest $200 per month. Today, that small commitment has turned into over $20,000, giving him a solid foundation to build on as he approaches his 40s. Mistake number 6, not having a budget. Many people avoid budgeting because it sounds restrictive, but having a budget is one of the most empowering financial tools you can use. It's all about knowing where your money goes and making conscious decisions about your priorities. Apps like Mint or YNAB You Need a Budget can help you track your spending and set realistic goals. Take Emily's situation. At 27, she thought she was doing fine without a budget until she took a hard look at her spending. After using a budgeting app for a month, she realized she was spending a huge portion of her income on dining out and subscription services. By cutting back and reallocating that money towards savings and debt repayment, she turned her finances around. Mistake number 7, taking on too much debt. Student loans, credit cards, and car payments can all add up quickly, and if you're not careful, it's easy to find yourself buried in debt. While some debt is manageable and even necessary, like student loans or a mortgage, carrying high-interest debt like credit cards can be a major drain on your finances. Alex, 30, found himself with over $15,000 in credit card debt, and the interest rates were killing him. He started using the avalanche method to pay off his highest interest debts first, freeing up more money each month for savings and investment. Mistake number 8, not protecting yourself with insurance. Insurance might not be something you think about every day, but it's vital to ensure you're financially secure in case something unexpected happens. Whether it's health, life, or disability insurance, having the right coverage can protect you from financial ruin in the event of illness or injury. Maria, a 27-year-old entrepreneur, learned the hard way when she didn't have disability insurance. After a car accident, she couldn't work for several months and struggled to pay her bills. Now she's learned that having the right coverage is essential to maintaining financial stability. By avoiding these financial mistakes, you'll set yourself up for success in the long run. Remember, it's not about making everything perfect, but about building healthy financial habits that will grow with you over time. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's the first step you'll take to avoid financial mistakes in your 20s and 30s? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and want more tips on managing your finances, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss out on our next video. We think you'll find the video on saving for retirement especially helpful, so be sure to check it out. Thanks for watching Factful Finance, and we'll see you in the next video.